It's midnight, I'm the peds trainee, and the peds ward is pretty dark and quiet. I can hear these kind of comforting, distant beepings, but they are not helping me with my current situation. I need to call the consultant on call because I'm worried about a patient and I'm not sure what the best course of action. I am an experienced registrar, but I'm not confident about this decision. However, I know that this consultant can be unkind when they're called in the middle of the night, and I'm really nervous about making the call, but I know that I still have to do it. I call him and it actually goes worse than expected. He berates me before I even get out the full story of what I'm trying to ask, and essentially hangs up the phone in the middle of the call. The advice never comes. It's a horrible feeling. Incivility reduces team functioning. It impacts patient outcomes. It just makes us feel generally terrible about ourselves and our work. These moments of rudeness really stick with us. I will never forget that phone call. And I know that what that consultant did is not acceptable, but it still makes me nervous about future phone calls to future consultants. As trainees, we change jobs regularly, and we always feel like we're trying to prove ourselves in our new job. We don't know how it's going to go when we make the phone call. We're trying to show that we're independent, but we also know that at times we need to ask for help. Here are 3 reasons why we worry so much about making these phone calls. Experiences like I had can leave us reluctant to call for help, but there are so many times where we do need to call for help in the middle of the night. We might want a second opinion. We might want reassurance on a decision that we've made that we're not 100% confident about. Or we might need specialty input. There's lots of times where we have to make that call, and that is why someone is on the other end of the call and they're being paid to be there to offer that advice. So what is it that holds us back from making the call? We have self-doubt. We start to wonder, do I know what I'm supposed to know? Am I not good enough, which is why I'm having to make this phone call? It doesn't make it right that we feel that way, but I have felt that many times. Should someone at my level be able to make this decision without having to call the consultant? And that self-doubt or second guessing starts to make us feel really guilty about making that phone call. And that guilt breeds more guilt. So we start to feel really bad about calling them in the middle of the night. They're asleep. Is it the right time to call? Is it too late to call? Probably should have called a couple of hours ago when I first started worrying about this, so should I not call them now? Can I wait till the morning? These feelings of guilt make us more reluctant to call. We also have uncertainty about the response. We start to think about, what if they get cross with us when we're making the call? It's not right that we should feel this way, but we do, and that's partly because of the uncertainty of moving new jobs, things we might have heard about consultants, or maybe not even that, but just not knowing when it's someone that you don't know how they're going to react to be woken up in the middle of the night. That uncertainty certainly has been part of why I've second guessed myself. I'm not sure how they're going to react. I don't know if it's the right thing to do to call, and I feel guilty about calling. These things all stop me wanting to just pick up the phone and make that call. So how do we change this culture in medicine? Well, the change has to start with us as senior clinicians. If we're the one receiving the phone call, we have to reinforce that it's okay and it's expected that we will be called in the night. That's why we're on call. We're being paid, it's our job, and it's totally fine. It's helpful to meet your trainees if you haven't done already. Meet them during the day and to let them know if you're going home, to ask if there's any problems brewing, and to just reinforce that they can call you anytime. It'd be helpful to give them your mobile number to let them know how to contact you, even if it's through switch. And even if you're asleep, it's okay to be woken up. These things can be really reassuring, particularly if it's trainees that you don't know well, to help them feel that you're approachable and that they don't need to have worry or stress before they pick up the phone and make the call. Even if they call about something that you think they didn't need to, it's not okay for us to reflect frustration back at them. Even though it's the middle of the night and we've been woken up, and you might feel grumpy at the time, if there's times where we react in a way that we shouldn't have, we have to step up and apologise. Overall, we need trainees to know that it's fine to call. It's not acceptable for us to be rude, that we need to be kind. They need to feel that they can call us anytime for any reason they want. Most of us are very good at this, and I hope that over time we will change the culture so that people don't have the experience that I had when I phoned my consultant in the middle of the night as a peds trainee. If you enjoyed this video, you'll like my video here about how to ensure you take your breaks.